Now, if you want to know how to swing slower, but still hit the golf ball further, this is the right video for you, because this is an incredibly popular topic online. There are so many videos out there about how to do this. And in all honesty, you can't hit the ball further if you just slow your swing down from where you are right now. You will hit the ball way shorter, of course, because you'll be decreasing your club head speed. But you have to do two things to be able to still hit the ball decent distance, if not further, and that is having more shaft lean at impact. You need to de-loft that club face. If you're not doing this, you have to do that. You can hit the ball further with swinging slower if you're optimizing your shaft lean. And two, you need to have really good movement in transition. And funnily enough, that movement in transition, if you're optimizing it, having this good start of the downswing, you'd probably actually swing it faster, funnily enough, but feel like you're swinging slower. Think of an Ernie Els, think of Louis Oosthuizen, think of pretty much most South African golfers. They have these really smooth tempo golf swing, but they all start the downswing in this incredibly good movement where it looks like they're not putting any effort into their golf shots, but of course they are, because they're top tour pros, they hit the ball a long way. So first things first, shaft lean. This video is pointless if you're not getting any of it. So if you're delivering that golf club to the ball where your hands are level with the club head, or maybe even behind, you're adding loft, you're not hitting the ball as far as you can do, even with a fast golf swing. You need to learn to get those hands ahead. So how do you get that shaft lean? Because it isn't just training it. You need to have good rotation, so turning through the golf ball, and good shifting movement also. So you need to get onto your left side and you need to rotate. So just those movements alone, you can see here, getting weight onto my left side. Look what's just happened with my hands. Now rotating, look what's just happened with my hands. I've got that shaft lean via doing those two movement patterns. Because remember, impact is a moment, split moment in time. You're not really going to be able to do this all too well, manufacture that at that moment. You need to turn, you need to shift efficiently to be able to do that, while a lot of you aren't. It's because your club face is wide open. So make sure your club face is square, because if your club face is wide open, you will always deliver more loft onto that golf ball, because that more loft that's being delivered is actually getting the club head to point more left. So you can imagine if your club face is coming down open, you've got to chuck the loft, which is then going to make you hit the ball shorter and higher to be able to square out the club face. So to be able to achieve this, we need to do this drill. Now we have to do this drill as in two parts to it. So we have an alignment stick, and we grip that alignment stick up the left-hand side of the golf club, really jotting out above here. Now, if we end up adding loft and casting early releasing, this stick's going to hit my side. So what I want to do, of course, I want to get into impact and have this stick separated from my left side. But I don't want to force that to happen. That's not really going to help you at all to create the shaft lean, because that's not addressing what really creates it. Good rotation, good shifting also. So, like we said, we want a square club face. We need that to be able to do and have a good rotation to have that shaft lean present to the golf ball to hit the ball to target. So, here's what we do. Get shaft parallel to the ground, have the club face nice and square, matching spine angle, swing up, swing through, just turn through that shot, and you'll have that stick nicely separated from your side. Now it might hit your post impact, it's fine, absolutely fine if that happens, but we don't want it to hit you before impact. So again, get to takeaway, shaft parallel to the ground, club face matching spine, nice and square, turn back, turn through. That's going to get you training the pattern of having that nice functional shaft lean via good shift, via good rotation. Key element, hitting the ball further when you're swinging slower. So let's get to the start of the downswing here. So this is so important, because if you don't do this, this is useless. You're not going to create any power with this slower golf swing. So here we go. We get up to the top, and what we do, we get our pressure shifting left. So we have that pressure initially start to shift, but at the same time as that pressure shifting left, rib cage and down, so mid-torso, lower body, starts to rotate towards and unwinding towards that target. So we have that pressure going left and upper body staying passive, lower body, mid-torso, rotating towards a target. Now, a lot of golfers out on tour do this quite extreme. They would actually do this before their backswing is completed with their arms and upper body. John Rahm is a great example. He'll be getting up to just about the top of his really short backswing, but just as those arms are completing, that left heel of his slams back down, which means his pressure's shifting left, and his body starts unwinding with lower body and mid-torso. Chest and arms obviously they're still completing that backswing. So that gives him a head start. That's a great one to do for you out here, one this slower golf swing that goes further. So almost feeling like that upper body is staying where it is, maybe completing that backswing, lower body mid-torso, starting that downswing, shifting pressure, rotating before that backswing's even completed. Let's have a look at this one. So really from there, I tried to swing slower on that, but you can see just because I did that movement pattern really nicely, it probably actually looked like I was swinging faster, but the feeling of being slower was there, which is mean I'm going to be a little bit more under control of what I'm doing. So here's a good drill to do for this, just to nail that movement down. And this is the resistance band drill. So something I always talk about on my channel, and that is gripping onto a resistance band and making sure now that you're just turning lower body mid-torso whilst getting that pressure shifting left. Now, because you're gripping on something to resistance, you can't turn that upper body and arms, can't do anything with them. Now you're forced to isolate the movement pattern. If you do a bunch of that whilst feeling like you're starting that downswing and that separating movement before maybe your backswing's even completed, you're going to swing and hit the ball further, but feel like you're swinging slower. So this is very much so here, guys, a feel versus real thing. So like we see with those South African players, they might look like they're swinging slow, they might generally feel like they're swinging slow, but when you're measuring their club head speed, they're swinging pretty fast. So when you do the optimal movement, you will feel like you're swinging slower, have more control over your body and golf club, but you'll hit the ball further. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like button if you want more golf instruction just like this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too, to be notified every time I put out a video. So this is how you swing slower, but hit the golf ball further.